continue the trend here of more heavy boxes, because they got all heavy stuff. It's full of, well, it does have a weight in it. It's got a shake weight. Wires, flashlight, an old scale. It's in pretty rough shape. It does work if you can tell what the weight what the weight says. God. Look at this right here. A little like camp stove. Paint sprayer, a couple chainsaws, a Husqvarna, it's part of the chainsaw, and ratchet pulley there, got levels. Alright, what is this? Window in a box. Little saw. Yeah. Little saw.
One-man saw.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get to this and see. There's something in it.
Beware of dog. Watch out for that dog.
Just odds and ends. Bunch of wrenches in here. Sockets, cutter, ratchet. Chisels, bits. It's like kibbles and bits. Chisels and bits. Can't quite open that yet, but there's some stuff in there. I'm gonna roll it out, and there's a tray, and yeah, that is what's in there. The house wash stuff. Remove this. We can roll this out. Good Lord. Shovels and stuff falling everywhere. And more tools. Hammer. Here's an old, I mean, I guess it's a saw of some sort, but almost like a blade, like a scraping blade, kind of like planing it or something like that. This right here, it's empty, but that's a cool little box. It's for an old radio. There's lots of little cases down here, which, oh, it's actually got a camera in it. So maybe, since this has a camera too. Yep. So cameras, tool bags. And more tools. A couple polishers in there. Polisher, that's a sander actually, right there. And the tackle box. Most of these tackle boxes have been mostly empty. Just a few scattered pieces of tackle, but nothing like full of really good stuff. Kind of like this. This one actually does have some nice lures. I don't know if these are wooden. Let's see. No, it's not a wooden lure, but that's a jitterbug, Fred, Arbogast. Some of these old lures can be worth money.
I think Graham made a song about that.
Jitterbug. And there's a phone called the Jitterbug for old people. You never seen the commercial about the Jitterbug phone?
No, I don't think so. Here's our hard rock catfish. It's got a jacket of clothing.
Huh.
Leather jacket, maybe.
What is that in your hand? Sierra Design Lighting? Like a weight?
A tent, I think.
Oh, okay. Jitterbug. You know, something to put there to, like a box. Let's see what the old magazines, what kind of magazines they are. Something interesting or not. Like old, these are Time magazines from the 60s, and then looks like Life.
David Cassidy. Life
magazines, that's 1971. There's Jackie Robinson. 1950, that's an old one right there. So that one, when you think about it, that thing's 71 years old now, that magazine. And that one's a newer one, 69, so yeah, this is all newer compared to 1950. Yeah, these are all Life.
That's pretty cool.
Life and Time. Yep. It's the time of your life. And then a $3 set of silverware. I don't think there's anything in there. Nope. Yeah, it feels empty. Ooh.
Magic.
Empty. Empty. They all empty. Oh, there's cards in here. Empty. Yep. These are all in little sleeves.
Wow, those are neat looking. I've never seen that.
I don't know which ones are any good or not. Those two. The I know one card. I might be saying. I'm pretty sure it's the Black Lotus. Is like the unbeatable card out there that's worth like some crazy amount of money. Oh, here's some big cards. And a couple cards in there. Yep.
Wow.
It's an Amtrak.
Oh, for the derailment.
A Lionel electric train, Amtrak work train. Oh yeah, that's what it's in there. Looks pretty. Looks like it's in pretty good shape too. 1992. Another toolbox here. Alright, I was down on my knee looking in this toolbox, and I just looked over this way, and look what I see in there. There's a bunch of records. So, but they're buried under here, so we'll see when we get there if it's going to actually be any like good old classic rock or anything, or what, but maybe a good box down there. Look at these things. Are these like,
holy crap,
they're like marble columns or something.
everything.
You can get those, Keith. I'll get this stuff over here. Look at this box. It says Mark's Good Stuff. Let's see what his good stuff was. Oh, look.
Oh, a candle.
A candle with a $1 price tag. Oh, and a broken thing here. This is kind of funny. A little gorilla in a cage. I don't know if I would call this as good stuff, but some green bowls.
Real good.
And little dog made in Japan.
Oh, consider some of the
Yeah, another dog and some little pictures and stuff.
Mine's better than that.
Charmin Ultra. Is it Kleenex? What is that? I don't know if that's what that is. Alright, almost done. Last little bit of stuff here. We do still have a couple containers there. The records to see if there's anything good in there, and then a couple containers there. But so far, closed. That's probably closed below it. So far, there was a lot of good smalls in here. A few pieces of good furniture, but the amount of tools and everything in here is ridiculous. You start adding it up, just box after box after box. Very few boxes like this one right here that just had, looks like pretty much just trash. There was very little of that. Most everything had at least some good sellable stuff, if not all, in pretty much every box that we were looking at. Here's another. Look at that. Let's squirt again. Some little trinkets. It's a little pig. An old flashlight here. Clothes. Is there some dolls in there or something? Dolls or something in that box. Have to dig down in there and see. Whatever I'll find. Here are the records, and the first one on top is a good sign, but this could be the only good one in here. Well, no, hold on. Is this the actual Rolling Stones or somebody doing like a cover? Hot Rock's the Rolling, I guess it's just like a greatest hits. All right, and then we go into, you know, Christmas. Bob Seger. Well, looks like there are going to be some good ones. Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Led Zeppelin. At least these here on the top we're doing good. Beatles, Elton John. But then we get down here, and is it going to be actual good stuff or what? Jimi Hendrix. So far, those are all good ones, and see quite a few good ones in here. Jimi Hendrix. So it looks like, yeah, it's going to be some good ones. There are some, like that's a Christmas one. Skinner's First and Last. So definitely some good ones in here, mixed in with some, okay, right here in this section looks like it's going to be kind of this kind of stuff. The Music Man.
50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, just like oldies right here. But there is that section right there, and then those are kind of like your classic rock 60s and 70s and stuff. Before you get into, that's like Christmas oldies kind of stuff, looks like. If I can get them back in there. Let's see. Baja Maramba Band. Let's see what we got over in this area. Frampton, we've gotten that one before. There's a Charlie Daniels Band. Fire on the Mountain. Barry Manilow. So there, it's kind of a mix. There's some good stuff in there. Definitely quite a few good ones mixed in with just some basic old, you know, Christmas and that kind of thing. Bad Company. So we'll have to kind of dig through that and see what we find. But if you just get a bunch of old Christmas and kind of oldies or old jazz and stuff like that, most of the time that's not too great. But if you can get stuff like this, you know, Elton John and Beatles, like these right here, then that can add up pretty good. We got two more containers over here. I'll flip the lids on them real quick before we do this last little bit of cleanup. And this one looks like a hodgepodge, but there is, look at this right here. This old metal like whistle / horn. There's an old Cabbage Patch Kid. Metal cat. Look at this thing. Irwin Lockhead. Old Tool. Look at that box. Old Hot Wheels. We'll look at that here, but let's look and see. What is this right here? Old USA pottery. Ceramic. Alright, let's look at the Hot Wheels here. Nothing real good looking. Some old toys and stuff. Never know what we might find down there once we start digging. Look, Betty Boop. Probably some interesting stuff in there. Here's an old pen. But yeah, that's it as far as loading this one. We're still gonna go through a lot of these boxes and containers, you know, in a little more detail. Some of them we really didn't go through at all. Some of them we just kind of skimmed over the top, so we might find different stuff down at the bottom. But overall, like Keith said, overall I'm pretty happy with it, especially the price that I paid, $190. I mean, you can't beat it. The volume of stuff, there's just so much stuff. And very little trash, like very little in the way of paperwork. All I really remember was one shoebox with paperwork for the most part, and hardly any clothes. There was 2 containers of clothes and a few garbage bags, but it was mostly a lot of tools, a lot of vintage stuff, a lot of collectible type stuff, and then a few pieces of furniture. Like we got these 3 chairs here and the table to go to it, and then we got the nice, pretty nice dresser, mirror, and matching nightstands. Ended up with the big toolbox here, the saw, and several other, you know, a lot of medium items, a lot of yard tools, different stuff like that. Echo trimmers, blowers. Don't really know if those work or not. Some of them are going to be just, you know, for parts as is. But overall, I mean, that's a lot of volume for the price, definitely. So very happy. That's pretty much it for this one as far as the live unload here. But for here at Public Storage, Kennesaw, Georgia, it got kind of warm because the sun, as you can see, is shining right into the unit here. So we were just right in the sun. If it had been over here, it'd have been really nice and cool. But we kind of had the sun beating right down on us the whole time we were loading. If it had been August, then we'd be about dead right now with the sun beating down on us.
Good, I got a white shirt on.
But it's October, so the sun was hot, but not bad at all. But that's it for here. More footage to come. If you like the video, hit the like button. Leave us a comment if you saw anything, you know what it was, we don't, or you want to just tell us about something. Definitely leave us a comment and let us know. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Y'all have a good one.